Or if that's just for us, I don't know. But he got out and kicked the hornet's nest of Antifa. My good man, Errol Weber, come on up, buddy.
Patriots, how you doing? That's what I'm talking about. How many people will not comply? You see, about 90 years ago, in Germany and Poland, there were a bunch of people who, they complied and they got on train cars and they got into nondescript rooms. And when I try to make this comparison, a lot of people are like, oh, you should not make that comparison. Excuse me. We are just a couple clicks away from that nonsense. We need to make sure that every time that an elected official tries to push back against our constitutional rights, that we do not allow them to strip us of our rights. Right now, we have a governor named Gavin Newsom who is whittling away, just whittling away at our First, Second, Fourth, 5th, 9th, 10th, 14th Amendment rights. And it is upon us to push back every single time elected officials try to strip us of our rights. You see, they try to strip us of our First Amendment right to freedom of speech and of press and of assembly and to redress our government for grievances and of religion. And here we have Gavin Newsom shutting down churches, shutting down businesses, and then they go on the internet and go, oh my God, what do we do to help the businesses? Excuse me, you just shut down all the businesses. Of course, we're gonna be in a bad way. Then they spent the past 2 years stripping away our Second Amendment rights so we can't push back against them. And then you have the stripping away of the Fourth Amendment right, privacy amongst your persons and your property. The Fifth Amendment right, our right to having our right to having oh my God, I forgot the name of it. But I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry. But what's happening is that in this state we have had this problem of the state taking away our rights without giving us due process. And that is what the Fifth Amendment is all about. We see the 9th and 10th Amendment when it comes to state lawmakers trying to push the onus on the federal government to take care of things like the COVID issue, when it really is a state level issue. These are some of the issues that are a big problem here in California, and we cannot continue to allow Gavin Newsom and Alex Padilla to steal our elections. We cannot allow for lawmakers on the state level like Lorena Sanchez to create legislation that hurts us. We see Wiener up north in San Francisco creating disgusting legislation that hurts us. And we need to continue to push back against all of the leftist tyranny, all of the leftist tyranny that's happening here in California. Now, what can we do? There are a couple of things that we can do right now. We can urge our lawmakers, our Republican lawmakers, to impeach Gavin Newsom. We can also, if you haven't already, you can recall Gavin Newsom. So make sure to go to Recall Gavin 2020 to find out how you can sign a petition and go all up and down your block. Go all up and down your block and make sure everybody on your city block has signed a recall petition. What are other ways that we can get involved? We need to make sure that we are running candidates who can run for governor, who can finally get this tyrant out of office, because how many people are immigrants from other countries? So I came from a country that tried communism in the 70s and it failed, and I'm glad we got out of it. I grew up in Jamaica, came to the US in 2002, and made a life for myself. Thank you so much. It is a land of freedom and opportunity, and we need to make sure that we keep these freedoms, because a lot of folks, they're so quick to give up their freedoms for a little bit of security. But what they don't recognize is that if you are willing to just give up all of this freedom just so you can feel a little safe, well, they will continue to strip you of your rights. And that is why it's important for us to continue to push back every single time. So my name's Errol Weber. It is important. They're still counting votes in LA County. And I still haven't conceded. Here in California, many people are of the belief that California has turned red, and it very well could have been turned red. We need to make sure that we're stripping California of all of this voter fraud and all across the United States, because we will have 4 more years of President Trump. And for all of you who think that President Trump might have a chance or it might look hairy, you have to remember, we haven't gotten to the Electoral College yet December 14th. And if we jam up the courts and no candidate makes it to 270, then we're going to go to Congress on January 6th. So there's still 2 fail-safes for us to go through. It's fine. So let us continue to support our country, let us continue to support our president, and let us continue to make America great again. And we will not allow communism and socialism to destroy this country. So thank you so much. Keep fighting for your rights. Thank you for your support.